For more than a decade, news organizations have been disrupted by the arrival of large digital platforms like Google. In Canada, nearly 500 media outlets have closed their doors. Thousands of journalists have lost their jobs, and that represents a lot of information that has not been covered by journalists in different regions of the country. All over the world, governments have set up systems to try to establish a more level playing field between tech giants and news organizations, which are essential in our democracies. I'd like to thank this opportunity to thank my predecessor, Pablo Rodriguez, who succeeded last spring in passing the Online News Act, despite a lot of obstruction by the Conservatives. Today, I'm announcing the next steps for the Online News Act. We have found a path forward to answer Google's questions about the process and the act. Google wanted certainty about the amount of compensation it would have to pay to Canadian news outlets, and I can say today that Google will be compensating our news organization with $100 million annually, and it will be indexed to inflation. Also, Canada reserves the right to reopen our regulation if there are better agreements struck elsewhere in the world. This is the first time that a transparent system has been created. Many doubted that we would be successful, but I was confident that we would find a way to address Google's concern and make sure that Canadians would have access to news in Canada on their platform. This is a historic development. It will establish a fairer commercial relationship between digital platforms and journalism in Canada. And I would also like to point that this agreement is the result of our government's work in responding to calls from the independent news sector. As our media ecosystem transforms, this takes into account the rise of new digital technologies and tech platforms.